A lot of you have asked me to start with some kind of portfolio review or portfolio tips, so I decided to start with this new series, which is going to come over time. I'm not going to bother creating these videos every single week, but from time to time when I bump into some amazing portfolios, I just want to give you guys a heads up about some tips and tricks that you can do for your own portfolios in order to increase the conversion rate and in order to increase the possibility of clients actually hiring you. So this is what we're going to talk in today's video: how to make your portfolios look awesome and what are some elements you should include. Hey designer, Alex here, welcome to the channel, and in this video we're going to start with portfolio reviews. As I said, we're not going to do this every single week, but from time to time. And before we get started, make sure to check out my membership. Link is going to be down in the description below. Membership contains all of the courses, digital design products, private access to the Facebook group, practice files for these YouTube videos, and much more. So if you're interested in content like that, make sure to check it out. Once again, link is going to be down in the description below. Now to get started with the first portfolio, and it's this one from the person called Inaki Soria. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name correctly, so sorry Inaki if you're possibly watching. So I really found this portfolio amazing because he really has put a lot of thought and effort into it, and he really puts a lot of his spin onto this portfolio. So it's not just this templated portfolio that you're going to see online. It really speaks about him, about who he is, and about his design style and the lifestyle behind his design. So first of all, what we have right here at the top: freelance designer. So he is really screaming that he is freelance designer. He's not working for some kind of a company. So I help agencies and brands like Google, Volvo, and others to turn their ideas into design, which is really great statement and really great opening statement, really short and concise so everybody can understand. Great designs and healthy freelance relationship, pinky swear, which straight away gives this sort of humor, and it really tells about him and who he is and how he approaches design and his workflow in general. What I like is this call to action button. So hi.inakisoria.com, and when you tap there, you can see, so when you hover, actually you can copy to clipboard if you don't have this email app installed on your machine, for example, and you can open your mail app if you do. So if you're using something like, I don't know, Microsoft Office or whatever, and you have it on your machine, then you can click there and it's going to start the email conversation right away. But if you don't have that, you can simply copy to clipboard, open a Gmail, for example, in a separate tab, and then paste that email there and send it there. You can click see the design work and it's going to take you straight down, but we're not going to do that. We're going to start scrolling down. So when you start scrolling down, you can see in London from Barcelona remotely. So you can really see his style, his overall appeal, his overall sort of persona. So he really does like this minimal approach, and I really like this because not just about him, but about his website overall, because he really does bring this vibe throughout his entire website. So I really encourage you to think about these things. Portfolio should really be personal, should really be about you and about your work. So make sure to make your website speak that language that you really like. So don't try to go with too many colors, don't try to go with too many styles. So for example, with this button right here, if you're using this style, make sure to use it throughout your entire website, not just here and then completely different button down below and stuff like that. So just pay attention to small details like that, because it's really going to make you stand out against all of these other designers. So here we have clients, which is always great. What I don't really like about this is we cannot click on any of these links. So I think that's just a small piece I would change on this website. So make sure that these links are clickable. If these are articles, make sure to link to the articles. If those are your work on Behance, for example, make sure to link to that. And if they are just general websites which are not really well known, like Google in this case, everybody knows about Google, but if it is some other website, for example Dove, I know what Dove is, but somebody might not, perhaps you should link to that particular website that you created, not just any original website or some other projects that they've done, but the one you created and the work that you actually created, which is going to provide additional layer of trust to your potential employers. So if you're going down, working remotely, based in Barcelona, previously London, I really like how this is structured. I'm not really sure about these headphones, but fine, because we are living in an age, sadly, where everybody has to communicate online. So we have a short statement from him, who he is, where he's worked from, and what he can provide. As you can see here, he's mentioning Slack messages and nice clients, so perhaps that's what he is using these headphones for. But once again, I'm not really sure that this really tells a great or better story. Here, surprise, hi, I'm Mia, I love to appear on my dad's video calls, which is adorable. This is his daughter, and I really think that this kind of small detail is really what is going to make him stand out against the crowd. Nice, big, huge, smiley image, which is always appreciated. So don't use images like these, don't be too serious. If those are the clients you're looking for, then fine. But if you're just a freelancer trying to get any kind of work, basically, make sure to be smiley, make sure to be positive, because that's really going to transcend your clients, and it's really going to give this additional layer of trust in you as a person, because you're really showing yourself to be smiling and to be positive on your website. If you scroll a little bit down, from big to small companies, 2 things I always promise: designs you will love and healthy freelance relationships. So he's really giving his promise right here, which I think is really great. So he's really giving additional description if you don't understand that. But what I really admire here and enjoy is this. So he's straight away giving testimonials from his previous clients, and you can read this testimonial on LinkedIn, which I think is fantastic. You can see who the person is who left the testimonial. What I don't really like about here is this keyboard in the background. I don't think it's necessary. Perhaps some blurred image or some background if you just want to make this pop and stand out a little bit more. But keyboard, I don't really see a connection here, but again, all fine. If you scroll a little bit down, let's talk more designs. I think it's a great touch right here. It's time to see some work. Here are a few projects, pitch work and design explorations I've done for clients. Not everything, but a sneak peek before I pull together some case studies. What I don't like about this website is this actual part. So before I pull together some case studies, why are you telling us this? You should pull case studies together, at least small ones, at least just some basic Behance presentation, put them as an image on your website. Don't just say that until I put together some case studies, because what that tells me is you're not really ready yet. Make sure to have your portfolio. If you have just 1 case study, then show just that 1 case study. If you have 3, then show just those 3. This part of this website is not the one which is not really all that great, because when I start scrolling down, first of all, these images are huge, as you can see right here, but when I try to click on this image, nothing happens, because as he mentioned right here, he doesn't have any case studies ready yet. If you have Behance, make sure to link these images to your Behance presentation or to your Behance profile, where you have at least something incorporated. You don't even have to do that. You can simply use these images as lightbox, for example, or open them in a new tab where we can see the actual process behind this image. So when I start scrolling down right now, you're going to see the massive flaw in this website, which is you cannot click on any of these images. So if you're just giving me these images, why do I have to scroll all the way down? Your work is fantastic. Don't get me wrong about that. It's fantastic looking. It's really modern. It's really clean. It's in the style of your website. But why are you making me scroll all the way down? Make sure to put these images in a grid. So when I click on the image, perhaps it can open as a lightbox maybe. So don't hijack my scroll like this. So I have to scroll all the way down, and I cannot click on any of these images to go anywhere from this website. So I just have to look at this. So I can see you already created these designs. So maybe you can put this in a separate tab. So when I open it, I can explore it a little bit more. I don't see the text right here. So it just cuts right here. But what if I want to see what it says right here? So that's one massive flaw on this website, and it just goes on, it just continues. So all of that stuff at the top is fantastic. Here is the Dove app that he's worked on in the past, and if you remember, we had that Dove logo at the top. why don't you let me click on this and take me, if the app is live, maybe to the App Store, which is going to give even more credibility to you as a designer behind this project. So just make it go somewhere, or at least arrange it in a different way so it's not hijacking my scroll like this. And then, want to see more? Check out my dribbble. So when I open the dribbble, I can see all of these same images right here. So what's the point of taking me to dribbble when I can see this exact same image? And when I zoom, you can see that not really much happens. I can see all of these same details on his website in the first place. So what's the point of linking dribbble to show me exact same images? So ways I can help you. I think this is fantastic. Interested? So once again, we have this, but why don't you give me, so when I click right here, you can see I don't have that same option as the button at the top. So I think you should really bring this button back right here. So when I hover, it gives me those two options, which are amazing. And we already saw them at the top. So just integrate this button right here. What's great is he really helps to understand for the potential employers and art directors and stuff like that, what actually he is doing. So designing your digital product, designing a Shopify store, building a custom responsive site, and he is telling what he is doing right here, giving a boost to your brand and designing a native mobile app for both iOS and Android. What's great about this is he's really telling us all of these things. What's not so great about it is he isn't telling us this in a language that everybody can understand. So for example, from product design to strategy, design systems, UX or UI, what are design systems, UX and UI to a person who never really come across these things? So not everybody is familiar with UX and UI and design systems. So perhaps make sure that your wording is a little bit different with all of these things. So one of my favorites, I can help you design your custom e-commerce store and make sure it is optimized so you can improve your conversion rate. So once again, business owners know what a conversion rate is, but for example, somebody who is just getting into the business, what is a conversion rate? So make sure to form your wording a little bit different in a super simple language so everybody can understand, because if you're not targeting a specific audience, which this designer is not, because we can see a female brand right here, women's brand, so Dove. Dove is not really a female or women's brand, but this app shows women and it shows Dove line of women product, if that makes sense. So perhaps women are his target audience, as we can see right here, or perhaps not. Maybe those are the businesses who are working with furniture, or maybe not, maybe weddings, or maybe not, maybe tools for recruiters. So as you can see, he doesn't really have a specific audience. So that's why I'm saying maybe make your wording on the descriptions right here a little bit different so everybody can understand you. Few things clients normally ask me, which I think is fantastic option right here. Do you charge per hour? Do you outsource your work? Where are you in different zones than you? Are we going to have daily calls? What type of contracts? So all of these are great, but once again, wording is not really all that great, so you can take your time to go through them. So do you outsource your work? No, never. If you contact me, kind of gets defensive. Why? If I outsource my work, it's none of your business. It's in your best interest to have this project done on time, to look fantastic, to get the best possible conversion rate, to get the best possible numbers up. So why do you care if I outsource my work or not? Maybe I have a team behind me, maybe I don't, but why do you care? If we agreed on a price, that's the price and that's it, and you are going to get what you paid for, and I think that's the most important part. If that took 15 people to complete or just me, I don't see the point there, and I don't see why do you have to defend yourself about that. But once again, each to its own, so I don't think I should include that in my portfolio honestly, but everybody has their own opinions and stuff that they do. That's it. Now it's your turn to say hi. Here is that amazing button again, but it's not right here. Perhaps he didn't include it for the rhythm's sake, but once again, you can include it in a different fashion. I don't know. I'll make this easy for you. This is how you pronounce my name, so you can play this to hear it. I hope to hear from you, and then you can contact him. One final touch is this, so he gets these quotes, so you can see Sam the designer from Mom. So I really think that this gives additional touch to the personality that he is actually, and we have back to top button right here. So overall, I would say amazing portfolio, Inaki, fantastic job. Just these few things which are bothering me and which I would do a little bit differently. So I really hope you liked this first video from this upcoming series, and in the future when I have more videos from this series, I will link them in a playlist, so you can really go through different videos in that playlist to get some different points and perspectives from my point of view actually, and then you can apply them to your work. I really hope you liked this video, and if you did, if you found value in it, make sure to leave a like. I upload new videos every single week on this channel about Adobe XD, passive income techniques, motivation, and much more, and of course content like that. So if you enjoy content like that, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.